Yeah, dude, so come in. Like, this is the studio where I shoot all of my content. It is very messy at the moment, so please don't judge, especially you, YouTube. Don't judge me on my office. But yeah, I think we're at like 198 pairs of shoes that I reviewed. I have to give some away soon because...
Quick question for you.
Yeah.
Do you have any Jordans?
Dude, you know I don't have that kind of steez.
Bro, get in the truck. We gotta go get a pair of J's.
Are you gonna walk me through buying my first pair of J's?
I'm gonna walk you through buying your first pair of J's.
But can you even work out in them?
Bro, what kind of a question is that? You're a shoe expert.
All right, let's go get some J's.
Let's do this.
All right, I never thought the day would come that I own a pair of Jordans and actually like them.
They look good on you. They look good on you, dude.
I legitimately like these shoes, and I'm definitely gonna be wearing them way more often than what...
Swag has been elevated.
Swag.
The swag has been elevated.
Now, if only we could dress like everything else on me besides my feet.
In steps.
But getting down to business, 3 reasons why Jordans can be good options and shoes to work out in is number 1, they have a good amount of stability. Like pulling 500 in these, I did not feel the sole compress at all. I didn't feel like I was losing stability. And I also like the additional ankle support that these gave. So I see them as a good option outside of like a Converse, outside of the Nike Blazer, if you want a stable shoe, especially like one that has a high top option for your strength work. The second reason, and this is something that we've talked about with basketball shoes, is...
So a lot of times the basketball shoes, if you're somebody whose training involves a lot of change of direction, so maybe you're jumping left, jumping right, great thing about basketball shoes is right on the upper, they provide a lot of support as opposed to maybe running shoes. If you ever notice, if you try and jump left to right, like performing something like a skater or something like that, what happens is your foot will fall out over the sole. So you don't have much support, but with basketball shoes, they're specifically designed for you to move left to right to be able to cut. So there's a ton of support on the outer realm right here so that you can be able to not only get into that cut, but be able to efficiently move from left to right and change direction.
Yeah, I definitely felt really locked down and secure in these. And honestly, I was even wearing them a little bit looser, so I guarantee if I tighten these, like the support would be awesome regarding the upper construction because yeah, they're designed at the forefoot and heel to give you additional support. The third reason why Jordans can be great options for lifting and training at that is the outsole. So with basketball shoes, like you need a lot of grip on wooden courts. So having carryover to turf, rubber gym floors, wooden platforms, this shoe is gonna give you a nice level of grip. I never felt like I was losing grip at all in this shoe. So I mean, when it comes to stability, security of the upper, and outsole tread, these have been pretty stellar. And honestly, I'm kind of questioning like why people don't reach for Jordans more often over like a Blazer or a Converse, which Converse can start to lose their tread because they're technically shipped as slippers, so they have that furry component underneath. And also Blazers are good, but I mean, honestly, these are more optimized for training and sport-specific activities. But overall, man, I've been a fan of Jordans and I'm really stoked that you convinced me to grab a pair.
I'm hyped, man. I mean, the biggest thing I would say is, you know, I love Jordan 1s just, you know, from I actually do care what I look like in the gym and I do want that functionality. But if you're someone you throw on the Jordan 1s and you're just like, this is just not working, I've definitely trained in the Jordan 11s and the Jordan 12s. So that can be a great shoe. You can get them in mid. If you're somebody who, you care how you look, you still want that little bit of swag, but you still want the functionality component, that's still going to give you, if somebody who doesn't train traditionally, more so like, we'll say like an athlete moving left to right and things like that, that will still give you that outer stability so that when you are moving left to right, you can really get into those cuts, things like that if you perform a lot of agility drills. I personally like the Jordan 11 and 12 lows. I'm just more of a low top, but if you're somebody who does maybe have ankle stability issues, or maybe you're somebody who just like wants to lock down that ankle a little more because you're apprehensive, then you can definitely check out the mid variations.
Yeah, and to add to that, like, we've had this conversation a lot about basketball shoes being phenomenal shoes for training, and that is a product category that it's kind of slept on regarding my channel and reviews. So if you rock basketball shoes currently for your training, drop a comment down below and share which model you like and why, because outside of Nike, I know there are a lot of awesome options out there, and I don't want to name drop because I don't really know anything about basketball shoes, but it's definitely a world that I want to get more into. But before we wrap this video up, for all of the Jordan fans here, how many pairs do you own?
Maybe about 30 pairs.
30 pairs. And do note, like, we were camping in Moab, Utah this past week, and this man was on his phone at multiple occasions while we're around the fire looking at the latest drops. Like, he is invested. And now, to add to that, so you have around 30 pairs, which is your favorite pair and why?
So Jordan 11 Concord Breads. So I have those. Those are the shoe that I wanted as a kid. You know, classic story, couldn't afford them. My girlfriend actually ended up getting them for me for Christmas, and those are to this date my favorites. Those take the cake for me. If I had to choose one Jordan, it would be my Jordan 11 Concord Breads.
Is it because of like the appearance, or is it like a sneaker
Yeah,
kind of thing?
it's the appearance. They look good with just about anything. I can train with them in the gym. I can wear them with jeans. It doesn't matter what outfit. They just kind of go with everything and look good with everything. So that would be mine. And the second would probably be like a Jordan 1. The Chicago's just recently come out, or the Lost and Founds. People are big fans of those. Those are dropping like hotcakes. But yeah, I would say those are probably my top twos.
And then last but not least, the Jordan franchise. Like, what direction would you love to see it go in next? Like, because I know nothing about this shoe line.
Yeah.
Like, what would be cool in your opinion just to see with maybe like a spin-off iteration or like a next model or like a tweak to the construction of like one of the staples?
So I'm a big fan of the Travis Scott collaboration. Those shoes are going for anywhere from women's olive is going from anywhere from $750 to an old pair that goes up to $2,000. So if you can get them on retail, then like good for you. But those, you know, anybody who's a big sneakerhead knows how hard it is. The sneaker market is that they are producing so many colorways that it's devaluing a lot of the shoes. So that's really a big thing that's interesting. But at the same time, you're also making shoes that maybe aren't as in high demand. So people who otherwise couldn't afford some of those more expensive Jordans, you're increasing access to that shoe, and that's a really cool thing in and of itself. So it's very interesting. I just love Jordans just because I love shoes, but very specifically, I'm a Jordan fanatic, starting to get into Nike Dunks and stuff like Nike Dunk Lows, but those will always have my heart.
I love Air Jordans.
And just for context here, this man makes fun of my shoes very often and says I wear grandpa shoes, which a lot of the training shoes are featured on this channel. You've called grandpa shoes, but we'll save
100%.
that fist fight for another video. But as always, y'all, to conclude this video, Jordan's pretty great for freaking training. Stable, versatile, good tread, good upper security. But as always, if you have additional questions on this video, or if you want to share how the Jordans looked on me, please go easy. Drop a comment down below or reach out to one of us personally, whichever you prefer.
Yeah.
Josh, thank you so much for the nudge to grab some J's, but we'll see you guys in the next one. Drop a like on the video, drop a share on the channel. Peace.